Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video here, we're going through patch 3.4.29 patch note, and we're gonna take a look at everything here. Alright, so first of all, Meta Ollie is finally here. So since the Meta Drew event, we have been looking forward for Meta Ollie, and he is finally here. And since it's a meta, so definitely it's gonna be like the keepsake bullshit thing, and we're gonna buy the battle pass, right? Alright, but we're gonna take a look at like in-game model, all this thing, but that's on a new version preview. But for this patch note here, we can take a look at his kit. And I really briefly watched through the whole kit. I would definitely gonna say that he will enable a revive meta, and as per like Badroon, Phantom Sister, Cecilia, as long as they have revive in their kit, they are going to be benefit from Meta Ollie. So first of all, Ollie is a supporter esper with the ability to revive multiple times. S1, attack one enemy dealing damage based on attack and inflict disease, so you can actually counter some healers as well. And then S2 here, the Nether Law here I think is going to be a passive. So Nether Law is at the start of the combat, all allies, okay, all allies except Ollie take increased damage. So you're making your ally actually easier to die. But at the same time, because you are making your ally easier to die, it's actually easier for you to trigger the revive. For example, the Phantom Sister, the Badroon revive, all these things like Meta Drew revive, all these things is easier to trigger because your ally actually get increased damage taken as well. But how many percent, we have no idea. And all enemy as well is also going to take increased damage. So basically our side and the enemy side, both sides is going to get damage taken increase, but other than Ollie. Ollie himself is not going to get this debuff, and I'm going to predict that this increased damage is you can't immune to it. So it's something like a field effect, like the Yukine field effect thing. As long as your Ollie is here, even you have immunity, you can't actually immune to it. That's my guess. And then for PvE battle, so in non-PvP battle, the damage enemy taken is further increased. So for PvE content, all your ally is still gonna get a increased damage taken. Okay, so your ally is gonna easier to die as well. But for the boss part, it will further increase. So let's say in PvP content, your enemy only can get 50%, then probably the boss here get 100%. Just my assumption. I'm not sure if the multiplier is going to be that high. And then at the start of the combat, Ollie gains stack of Veto Pack. Okay, then this is the passive. Then S3 here deals damage to one enemy, dealing damage based on attack. Well, let's instantly take a look at the ascension. So deals attack one enemy, deals damage based on attack, gains invincibility. So it's very similar to what the original Ollie able to do for S3 and get invincibility. But the S3 here no longer have based on how many max HP from the boss and then defend break. That's no longer that effect. But there's a new effect here. The more teammates are revived, the more bonus effect are triggered. So I think this effect trigger is on the S3. So now your S3 here can attack one enemy, do damage and gain invincibility, but then you can actually potentially have this effect, which is inflicting defend down on the target. So your S3 here can apply defend down like the original Ollie, and then reducing Ollie ability by 1 turn from your S3 and reducing teammate ability cooldown by 1 turn. So how many times of revive able to trigger this, we have no idea. But the S3 here is not similar like the original Ollie, because the original Ollie is S3, invincibility, defend break, and then max HP skilling effect. Then for this Ollie here is deals damage, gain invincibility, you can defend break, and then reduce Ollie ability cooldown by 1 turn, so makes Ollie S3 can rotate faster, and also reduce all your teammate ability cooldown by 1 turn, so all your teammates here can spam their skill a lot more faster as well. For example, if you pair with Badroon or you pair with Meta Drew, they can cast their skill a lot more often because your Meta Ollie S3 here are able to multi-spam if you can keep on reducing Ollie's cooldown. Okay, so the kit itself from R0 here seems okay, and also have the bread and butter for the revive meta. But what about the rezo? So R1 here, as usual, all the meta esper here have the effect is have a higher base stats increase because of this rezo effect here. But most importantly is the R2 here, new effect. So when any teammate revive, grants them an additional turn. So one of the problem from the previous Badroon and also Meta Drew is after they revive, they don't have a bonus turn. They actually rely on themselves to actually take another turn, which is why Badrun feels so weak, because after the revive isn't really too impressive of synergize. But with Meta Ollie here, after your ally revive, every one of them instantly get an extra turn. Okay, so this effect here basically is the KO effect, the knockout effect here. Alright, so everyone who revive get an additional turn. Then R4, if the carrier dies while Death Mark is not at max stack. So I have no idea what is Death Mark, because it did not mention anything about Death Mark here other than a veto pack. So we have no idea what is veto pack. We have no idea what is Death Mark. So we have to like wait and see in game action to see what is these two things, because these two are not mentioned. So if the carrier dies while Death Mark is not at max stack, they revive immediately and gain 1 stack of Death Mark. So I am assuming this Death Mark is actually a typo into a veto pack, I guess. Then whenever Meta Ollie die, then Meta Ollie will revive instantly, revive immediately, and then gain 1 stack of Death Mark. And then when your Death Mark is at max stack, then Meta Ollie cannot revive. That's my prediction. Because it makes no sense that Death Mark and Veto Pack is like a different thing, or probably Veto Pack is an effect that can hold the Death Mark. Okay, I have no idea. Alright, but based on my understanding, it should be something like this, because based on Meta Ollie's law, the Orsis here, they say that Ollie is actually a god that can keep reviving, right? So R4 here probably is making Ollie able to keep able to revive until a certain amount of Death Mark is max, then you're no longer able to revive. This is my prediction. Then for R6 effect here, your S3, when any ally is revived, you cast this S3 immediately. You are able to trigger once per turn. So this is a very good synergize if you combine with Meta Drew, Badrun, Cecilia, Phantom Sister, all this kind of esper that can revive. So every time your esper revive, they will get bonus turn. And every time your esper revive will help as Meta Ollie cast S3. And because you revive a lot time, Meta Ollie have more effect, which is reducing defend down, reduce Ollie cooldown, and also reduce all your ally cooldown as well. So every time you revive, you get bonus turn. Then Meta Ollie here cast S3 for free, and then give everyone cooldown reduction, and then also do damage to the enemy as well. So R6 here gives a very fun synergize, but I will say the bread and butter is probably already at R0. Then R2 here for the additional bonus turn helps a lot. Like a lot. Then R4 here is probably a self-revive, and then R6 here is something for you to spend more S3 and also cooldown reduction for your whole team. Okay, then this is the Meta Ollie kit. Then for Anomaly S3 Phase 2, so we have Phase 2, alright. So Anomaly S3 is previously the Badrun and the Meta Drew one. Now they have a Phase 2, so from September 9 until October 21. So last for 2 patch, right? Lost Send 2. For 2 version, yeah, for 2 patch. So as usual, we have the Scroll of Life, continue story of Meta Drew, and then we have Maze Explorations, should be the roguelike gameplay as well. Let me see. Randomly generated maze, you face off sentinel and encounter all manners. Yeah, I think this is the same thing as the roguelike gameplay. We have new Divine Relic and Shabdi has been added with new room type. So it's a roguelike from the previous one, but with new relic, new Shakti, and also new room. Probably is bringing a new experience from the roguelike. We will take a look at in-game. Then try open by season phase I include. Right. Okay, then Fountain of Mastery, you collect the Mud Brick to explore the Sunfire Expand. Activate talent, exploration quest, redeem points, glory emblems, technology lab for you to craft the flawless equipment. Dust Reckoning is the one that you summon for Meta Ollie. Then for balancing is the battle pass, and then season story is the story for the current event. So basically this is the bread and butter for the Anomaly season 3. Then we have new event, which is the Raid Up Summon. We have Ollie, the base copy of Ollie, and Liam as well. Then we have Gabriel and Phantom Sister. Phantom Sister here is for the revive meta. And we have Sally and Nathaniel. I'm surprising that Badrun is actually not here. I was actually gonna expect Badrun is here, since Badrun have a very good synergize with Meta Ollie. But Liam here have revive. Phantom Sister here have revive. Okay, then another update. Fix an issue where Lian could not probably trigger Cold Wipe while Dream Bubble is active. Oh, so previously Lian won't get Dream Bubble by won't get Cold Wipe by Tyro then. Then second, adjust how damage mitigation is calculated for Esper. Oh, they're gonna change the formula. Before that, damage mitigation was capped at 50%, correct. Then calculate together with damage taken increase to determine the final effect. After that is damage mitigation now has no cap. You're no longer just only 50%. But after being calculated together with damage taken increase, the final effective damage mitigation effect cannot exceed 50%. Okay, I'm not sure if this changes the damage mitigation calculation changes is going to lower down the damage mitigation or increase the damage mitigation. But overall, your cap is still going to be 50%. But the calculation will make a little bit of difference to make like probably Sakura damage taken reduction, and then probably some other Esper damage mitigation reduce. All these things here, then they have a different calculation. So I have no idea how do you calculate for the 50%. If you know about this, you can comment down in the video section to let me know. But I have no idea, like after the changes, is it a good thing or bad thing? Then we have a return event. Now offers a selectable level 70 breakthrough reward available after signing in for 1 day. Okay, this is good. This is good for returner player. So player who trigger the return event after the update can claim the reward from the sign in page. Then player who trigger the return event from the time notice will get a selectable level. So basically who player return, because usually if player return they don't have level 70 Esper, it's actually pretty harsh for them to cash up, right? So now return lock-in event, they give you a level 70 item to instantly pick who you want to level 70. So as long as you are player return between August 13 and September 9, you will get the mail for the level 70 selection event, because this is before the update. So if you already returned to the game before the update, they will give you the level 70 selection reward in the mail. But for those players after September 9 who return to the game, you'll get the level 70 breakthrough item in the Melody of Returner event, which is the Returner special event for them to like catch up on, able to select one legendary event. That thing they will have the level 70 selection. But for those players who already returned earlier, they will still get this reward, but they will send it through to your mail. But basically that's all for the current patch note. So we have Anomaly Season 3, basically the roguelike gameplay again, with some new changes into the item and mechanic, and we also have Meta Drew for the upcoming patch. Alright, so basically that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it and what you guys think about Meta Drew, Meta Ollie kit as well. I think there's going to be a very good synergize with Badrune and Meta Drew, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Trencan, thank you so much for your support. And for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, First Law, D&D, thank you so much for your support. And special thanks to the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ Riggs, thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest 10. Thank you so much for Code Wilderness, Calamity, Agni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.